impressed you most about the way you guys pulled that one away?
Yeah. First off, I want to thank all the fans for coming out tonight or today. That was big time. So before I answer the question, shout out to all the Phoenix fans for the support, and that was an awesome crowd. You agree?
I agree.
Yeah, it was big time. So now what's the
question? Follow up on that?
Yes.
To JB, what does it do for the way you guys play? You play up and in, and like you guys have a lot of energy. What does it do when you have a crowd that is that big? How much does that drive you?
For sure, they give us an extra boost that we need to go out and handle business. But we first start this. We got to start internally, and then once we do that, we'll get them involved, and then they'll just give us that extra push, man.
Thoughts on the game?
Great back and forth game. Two teams kind of, throwing blows. I thought every time they made a little run or had the momentum, we took it from them. Every time we had it, they took it from us. And I think, in the fourth quarter, we were able to make a few more plays defensively, get a few more stops. But I thought it was an excellent game. And fortunately for us, we were able to come out on top. But I thought it was a very well played basketball game.
Obviously, I look at the 20 turnovers that they had as a good indicator for you. But how good of an indicator is it when you guys shoot sub 30% from three and are still able to put a lot of points on the board and win a game like this?
Yeah, that starts with our defense. You're not going to shoot well every night. The ball's not always going to fall, but if you can always bring energy, you can always bring hustle, you can always bring the defensive side. And this guy sitting beside me is our anchor when it comes to that side of the ball. And it starts with him, and it means a lot that we can win a game when we don't shoot the ball well.
When did you realize in the course of this game that it wasn't one that Geordie would be featured heavily and that you could maybe go another direction and play more John Brown minutes at the five?
Yeah, Geordie picked up two kind of early fouls, and the game just kind of we went with other rotations, and that's how basketball goes. It's game to game. It's night to night. Geordie, he did hit a big three for us at some point in that game. I don't know exactly when it was, but he hit a big three. But it'll be his night, another night. But early in the game, he picked up two fouls, and we just kind of went with a different rotation.
Big part of containing this Wildcats team is stopping Joel Alachua Jr. He had 7 field goal attempts, 2 of them in the second half. What do you put that down to?
That guy, JB. What do you put it down to?
That guy as well. What did you like about that matchup, and why do you think you were able to slide for someone who's a lot taller than you?
Man, I just guard everybody the same. That's all I do. I go guard everybody the same, so I don't be surprised by anything. In my mind, everybody can shoot, everybody can dribble, everybody's physical. So you got to show me.
Josh, can you give us an update on Angus Glover's leg?
It was his ankle. That's the only thing I can tell you. It was his ankle that he sprained or hurt. So,
He good.
There's your update. He said he's good. I hope he's good, but let's see how he feels in the morning. But luckily, I thought it may be something else, but it is his ankle. So we'll just have to see how he feels when he wakes up in the morning.
Yeah, he seemed in a significant amount of pain, didn't he, when he was on the deck? So you're relieved if it is not a worst case scenario, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to say this, like it's just the ankle, but sometimes you can be out for a long time. Hopefully, he's not out very long for us because he's a big part of what we do. I'm sure part of that was too. Also, really hit a big three there. I think it was a 5-point game when he kind of rolled his ankle, and then really hits a big three to cut it to 2. So I'm sure it was pain, and he was probably pissed the ball went in the basket, and they cut the lead to 2.
You talk about the character of the team. How does the team maintain the intensity so well after half time? You must be really, I suppose, happy to go in level pegging at halftime in games.
Yeah, at halftime we had to make some adjustments. I thought our foul discipline was better in the second half than the first. In the second quarter, we allowed them to shoot 17 free throws in one quarter, which is just not good. So we talked about that, but we also it's how we carry ourselves every day. We practice with high energy, with high intensity. It's not just something where we just come out on game day and flip the switch. We practice like this every day so that when the games roll around, it becomes easy to do what we work on every day.
Are you worried that it could burn the team out the longer the season goes, though, playing that style of play?
They get plenty of rest. That's my job, along with our sports performance, Luke Vella and Mitch Fuller and all the physios, but we look after them. They get rest, and when it's time to go, they have to go. These guys are performers, and so we'll make sure they're fresh. That's kind of the trade-off, right? We make sure you're fresh as long as you play with uber energy.
John, can you talk a bit about the group? Like from the outside looking in, it looks like you're a very happy, cohesive group. You genuinely enjoy playing with each other, and it seems to be translating to wins right now. So can you just explain to me?
When you have that type of chemistry together, like it's different. You know, I've been on a lot of teams with good chemistry also, but here it just feel like it's more genuine. It's like no one's going out of their way to be nice to each other. You know, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to build. This is what we want to start. So it starts with us caring about each other, uplifting each other, understand like this is a long season. We're going to make mistakes. It's going to be an up and down, but of course we want to stay level or we want to go higher, but we can't. Rome wasn't built in a day, so we just got to go brick by brick.
And Josh, that must be really pleasing for you to see where this team is at and how they've come together, obviously by design. But how do you assess, you know, I guess mentally, how much of a difference that makes on the floor when the guys are kind of have each other's backs, but they're so close? Like you can tell that.
Yeah, it's something, you know, it's still early in the season. We're still trying to build our chemistry, and hopefully we're starting to build an identity. But this is the best team game in the world, and I think we do have a group of guys that, you know, some guys right now that are part of our group aren't getting as much playing time as they want or as much minutes, or it wasn't such and such as night to night. But yeah, we want everybody to feel a part of it, and you know, the first thing that we always talk about is just supporting each other and be happy for, and it's not just here, it's not just talk, it's something we talk about daily, is be happy for someone else's success, and then when it's your turn to have success, or it be your night, and the next guy is going to be happy for you. And again, it's easier to do that when you're winning, but it's something we talk about daily.
You sit here every week and you tell us it's early in the season and don't get too far ahead of it, and I get that to some extent. We're a third of the way through now.
Fourth.
Is the way the team
Third or fourth?
about a third of the way of the season through?
Yeah, it's true. That's true. It's some teams have played 11, some teams have played 8. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. Is the way the team is playing now kind of, and recognising you've had a change of import and things like that, but it's kind of how you envisage this team starting to come together?
Yeah, I think we got the right pieces intact. I've always said I don't think we're close to playing our best basketball. But I've said it's not just what I'm saying today after a win. You want to do enough in the early part of the season, the middle part of the season, that it matters towards the end of the year, and that by the end of the year you're playing your best basketball. You don't want to be playing your best basketball right now, but you want to be playing good enough to where you're winning games and trying to stay somewhat in the race. And I think we're doing that right now. But this team has got a long ways to go. We got a lot of teams to catch in this league, and hopefully, as long as we keep the right mindset and the right attitude, and we're going to be tested on Thursday night. So that'll be a big-time challenge, playing against a team who's really good, who's lost 2 in a row at home, who's going to be madder in hell. So we're going to be challenged on Thursday night and see where we're at.
Josh, what did you learn most about this team's ability to continually take blows and then continually respond to close out in close games?
Well, I thought today's game was good for us to have a game like this. We've had games where we haven't been at our best, where we haven't really been in a situation to win the game, and then for the most part, other than the game at New Zealand, we've kind of more or less had the game decisively done by the fourth quarter. So it was really good to see our team come together and kind of win a possession game, kind of a blow-by-blow game.
John, Josh spoke about building an identity through this sort of main core part of the season. What has come February, March, that identity look like for yourself?
Unfortunately, sir, I don't look that far ahead. Sorry, I can't answer that.
John, have you had a coach who has sort of fit your identity as closely as Josh does?
Not at all. Unfortunately, no disrespect to my previous coaches, but no, not at all.
How exciting is it to play for someone who sort of has the same level of energy that you do?
It's easier for me, and so I just go out there and do what I do, and it makes things easier.
Josh, I think in the middle of the fourth quarter, it looked like we saw a bunch of Sobe contested pull-ups and things like that. How do you sort of refine that? Make sure that doesn't peak its head, and then also how pleased were you with Hunter for him to come in and sort of settle things a little bit? Yeah,
Sobes is our guy. He didn't have it quite going like he normally does, but I think he actually got us going to start the game. And it can't be like, oh, well, when he's hot, cool, and when he's not hitting them, don't shoot him. There's got to be a balance, and he came off the floor really quick. Hunter kind of got us settled, and he went back in the game. So, yeah, we'll still keep giving the ball to Sobey in those situations, and he's going to win a lot of games for us, for sure.
Josh, can you talk about the growth of Foxy and I suppose that backcourt combination with Soames?
Yeah, I mean, Foxy was just even killed today. Mr. Solid. He got tired. You know, Hunter was really good as well, where we probably got to look at a situation where, you know, a lot of times he comes in for Fox and then Fox comes back in for him. We probably got to look at a lineup where they play together some, and we will. But, yeah, Foxy was tremendous. And, you know, you can go up and down. Again, this is part of a team. It's not 2 dudes or 3 dudes. We want everybody. You know, Wes Iwandu, who didn't make his shots tonight. It's Iwandu. Wes Iwandu didn't make his shot, but he was, you know, Dylan Windler, you know, who came back was really had it going, and Wes wanted the challenge of guarding him, and I think once we made that adjustment, he did a great job there. Malik Lewis again wasn't, you know, led us in minutes, had 11 rebounds, 6 assists. So again, a team game. This is what we want. We want multiple guys to step up and contribute to the win.
Josh, it's a small indicator, but everyone who hit the floor for you scored today. Like, that must be pretty pleasing for you as a coach, that everyone's out there making a contribution in some way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game. Again, that's why I love basketball. That's why I love coaching basketball. It's a unit out there. It's not 1 or 2 or 3 guys. And yeah, let's see how we go.
And personally, you coached your first game in the NBL a year ago yesterday against Tassie. You're 22-12 in the time that you've been here. You made the playoffs last year. You know, you've been able to really establish an identity. What have you learned about, you know, about yourself, about this competition in now having spent a year here?
Yeah, say it again.
That's a good question.
It's a great question. It's a deep question. No, I came in last year with a team that I didn't get to recruit, and I said it all last year, and I mean this. That group was awesome to coach because they were up to like show everybody that they were a team that could compete in the NBL, and they stuck together, and it was fun. It was a fun season for me, and to have a situation to recruit a bunch of guys to come into a season where I'd never had that in my career. Replacing somebody mid-year. So that was, but this year I got to kind of recruit guys who fit the identity that I would like a team to play with, and that's just what we're talking about. Guys supporting each other. You can't really say, hey, we're going to stop this guy tonight or stop that guy. Like, we don't know whose night it's going to be, and that's kind of what I would like to see out of a basketball or teams that I coach. So we'll see if we can keep it going. Again, it's a quarter of the way through, and there's so much basketball left to go. I always say you find out the most about your team when you face adversity, and we've had a little bit this year, and hopefully we don't have to face that, but that's when you always find out the most about a basketball team.
Happy guys? Good. Thanks, guys.
Good.
Thank you.
Awesome.